Yep.
In deference to all our fans out there in YouTube land. And we're back. We're at the public concerns section. Anyone in the audience have anything they'd like to address this evening? Consider. Yes, Rich.
My comments then real quick.
Yes, go right ahead.
April 30th is the finals on the fast pitch.
Yes.
The good news, we got 4 or 5, I don't know, start counting, and a couple of them are potential winners. Looks to me like. And May 4th and 5th is the Mushroom Festival. Wyoming. Fast pitch, for those who don't know, is pitching an idea of business. We got a couple new businesses looking to locate in Toulon area. One of them are fast pitch, I think, is and they're looking for business in town. Working with them.
I think I made an error here. I think we need a statement for the minutes that we came back from executive session. And in the session of regulars, we discussed employee retirement and employee policies. Employee police personnel.
No actions.
No action was taken.
What time is the fast pitch?
That goes into that bridge.
What time is it? What time is the fast pitch?
It's all day, I think, at the Blackhawk Adult Education.
It's like 8 to 4?
Pardon me?
Like 8 to 4?
Yeah. It's at the, it's at Blackhawk, but it's one in that building downtown.
On Third Street. No, yeah, Third Street.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes,
there's an open spot going into the next year on the council.
yes.
It's in my district, my ward. Wanted to come just put my name forth that I'm interested in this.
The fact that you're here is great news. The fact that you're interested is even better. Tomorrow night about this time, we should know who will make that appointment. That would be the individual to whom you should contact. Shane, do you have something on the tree removal policy back there? I saw something today somewhere that.
No,
Came down to help.
Connie.
Who's got it? Connie,
Connie.
you got it, Connie? Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure we have it going forward. Okay. I'm sorry? Yeah, I know. I just want to make sure I had it before he left. The next thing, he might leave. The next item on the agenda is the early, I'm sorry, yeah. The next item on the agenda is early retirement. What is the I?
Incentive.
Early retirement incentive. We have a couple of employees for whom the state of Illinois has an early retirement incentive available to them. One of them, Shane, has in his contract that we will adopt such a resolution within the last year of his contract, which expires on January 31st. There's also the issue of Mike Richardson being made available for the early retirement initiative. We have had a presentation on this. Would someone would like to pick up the ball here and make a motion and give the details? So that I don't need to.
Do we do the resolution and the ordinance? Both two separate things?
Two separate.
Two separate things. Resolution first. Okay. I make a motion that we do a resolution to adopt the early retirement incentive.
Do we need any details?
Do we need,
For Shane and Mike.
well, it's for any employees who,
Right.
as far as the resolution goes, it's for any,
The employees are
it just sort of, a resolution to adopt early retirement incentive. Doesn't really
So,
say.
Mr. Mayor?
It's just who is eligible.
Correct.
That's what it says.
Yeah, this is me.
So it's for all eligible employees. Okay, that is the motion. Any second, Debbie? Any discussion? If not, call vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Okay. The next thing we need is ordinance. Would you like this, I want to get it over in here, just going to make the motion, because I'm not one to make the motion.
The next, I can read this.
Okay.
It's a resolution or an ordinance for the employer to pick up payment of the members' contributions required for purchase of extra service under the IMRF early retirement incentive. And with that, what this in effect would do is the city would agree to pick up the 5-year period that's added on to your early retirement to get an additional 5 years. And the city is agreeing that it would pay the cost to do that, to purchase the additional 5 years of retirement. Now,
I'm only a little concerned at this point that someone in the audience may wonder what those numbers are, maybe the media, the press would be interested. Do we have these numbers that we can,
It's estimated
Give
to be
them, but we don't have the numbers?
$254,889.
yeah, I think they have their actuaries.
the actuarial table, yeah.
Figured out that it's, if, this doesn't require, there's 2 eligible employees, and it doesn't require that they retire early, but if they did retire early, the additional cost would be $254,889, and I believe that would be paid over a 10-year period, and that's, now, as was explained and discussed here, there is that cost. However, if they retire, we're not going to be paying in IMRF contributions annually for that. Let's say if Shane were to retire, what is being contributed annually now for his IMRF will no longer be contributed. So that offsets that to a certain extent. And in addition, at least in his case, the city had agreed several years ago, and I don't know the date, as an incentive to him to contract and do services for the city, that it would agree to do this. So this is officially making what the city has already agreed to do, at least in his case.
I'll make a motion that we adopt the resolution for all eligible employees as stated on Form 6.85.
Connie seconds it. Any further discussion?
I got lost on that one. What'd you say?
Oh, Make a motion that we adopt the resolution for all eligible.
No,
Yes, the ordinance.
to adopt the ordinance.
Yep, for all eligible employees as stated on Form 6.85 of the suggested resolution.
All the way through your explanation of the new laws.
Motion to adopt the ordinance for all eligible employees as stated on 6.85. That's it?
Suggested resolution.
This is suggested.
There was a second.
We have a second comment. Any further discussion? If not, we'll call the vote.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the tree removal policy. Who offered this? Tom, is this yours?
Me.
Okay. Tom?
At our meeting, Mike brought it to the attention, we don't have anything, no policy or anything about that. He'd been contacted by someone who lived here in town, and, you know, we've got to make a decision here what we're going to do when people call with tree problems or dead trees or hazardous trees or whatever. So the committee just made up a very, very simple little ordinance, just quickly and to get something going anyway. So I think we all have them in our packets.
I think this is a very good policy that you've got here. Superintendent of Streets needs to confirm a tree is located on city property and is a hazard. So citizen X contacts the City Hall Barb, and Barb says to Mike, 2200 North Main Street here, we got a tree that's been reported. Mike goes and looks at it. Mike then confirms that the tree looks like it isn't very good, and he contacts the committee chair, and that would be Streets, correct?
Yes.
So he will contact the Streets and Alley Committee, and the Streets and Alley Committee then will, the chairman will look at it, or the committee will look at it?
Well, we put the chair, but we'll approve the plan.
I think it's fine.
And I mean, it's going to depend on, you know, like the funds or
Right.
what's available, and what's ever in the budget.
I think it's a good idea. It's a good way to do business. It's a great way to do business. Sometimes I get a little nervous when you put things, chisel things in stone, because 5 years down the road, sometimes you don't have the same people, different people, and things can get to be a mess. I think it's a great way of doing business, and I think, yes, Mike?
I think really what we're talking about here is more of a procedure, not really an ordinance. It's
Yeah.
just a set of guidelines so the council can agree on those guidelines so we can move forward. Because, you know, with the tree issues, sometimes, oh yeah, take it down, don't, you know, by the time you get a hold of everybody, it can create a hassle. Basically, this is going to streamline that process. It puts whoever is in this position, goes to the chairman of the committee. They say, yeah, we have the funds, go ahead and hire so-and-so to take it down. Or I say, guess what, we can take it down ourselves, it doesn't cost us anything, go ahead and do that. It just makes it a lot simpler without having a lot of people involved in something that they don't need to be.
I think it's a great idea, and I think it's admirable to have the chairman of the Streets and Alley Committee. And I also think that it's a good way to involve more people than just one. But I also think that it's something that future mayors and councils, if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, and I think anybody here in the room tonight wearing a red hat might want to weigh in on this, because it's the kind of thing that it still comes down to, not you, Mr. Zero, the other red hat. It's the kind of thing that comes down to day-to-day operation of the city. And basically, on day-to-day operation of the city, it's always the responsibility of the city employees to first contact the mayor if there's a problem. If it's policy, or if it's something where they need input, what do you think kind of thing? Not the fire hydrant's already leaking, but what do you think? Then they should contact, or may contact the chair, and the chair may contact them. And so it's really important that the committee chairs stay involved with their respective areas, but they have to also keep the mayor in the loop. And sometimes it would also maybe keep the finance chair, look, we got any money this week, Rob?
I was just gonna ask, is there any limit on the amount the committee chair could approve?
We have discretionary funds that we go to.
Well, I mean, would they want to make that part of the policy?
Well, we figured it was in there, the limited funds available in the budget, so in other words, if you only put $150 in the budget, well, guess what, that's all you got.
That's right. That's
Or
right.
if it comes down to the end of the year and you don't have it, you can't do it,
Obviously.
you know.
Personally,
I
I
mean,
think,
I just, was a question, as to whether or not you would want to put that in there, that's fine.
if the
Thought
council
about it.
wants to spend that much, if the council wants to spend, have a budget, great. And the council and the mayor want to have a budget, that's great. Going forward, you say we're going to spend $3,000 to remove dead trees or plant trees or whatever. We do have a tree fund.
Yeah.
And that should be administered jointly by the committee chairs and the mayor and the city employees who are involved. The most important thing is communication between all those people. And I'm always a little nervous about doing anything that would cut somebody else out of the loop. Because it always comes down, there's only one person here that's on the spot, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that's the mayor. It's the one person that anybody in the community can call and yell at, anytime they want to. And if they have a problem, the mayor is the guy that's on the end of the phone. And that's what he gets the big bucks for. So, I think your idea is great, I really do. I'd like to adopt it as just general policy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it doesn't, we have nothing yet.
Yeah, no, we don't have to have a big old ordinance, just so everybody's on the same page as what to do when we have a problem.
So maybe when when we have a city, a citizen of the community, they know they should contact you, or Bart, or you're gonna be involved or something, that's fine. But I'm not, do we need to vote? I don't know. I don't think we need to make a policy.
I would say you should have a motion and approve this. Because under this procedure, the
You're spending.
committee chairman is going to be able to make the decision to go ahead and spend the funds if they meet the requirements as the policy states. So I think I would have that as a motion, have it in the record in the minutes, because I can see this issue coming up sometime a year or 2 or 3 from now when the committee chair wants to know, can I go ahead and spend this money? And say, well, whatever. And go back and look at the minutes and see, yes, they can. So, or if somebody complains about it, they can say, I'm going to approve them to do it.
But in as much as in 30 days, we're gonna have a new mayor and a new council.
Well, they can change it.
You see, it doesn't affect me, but I think this is a great plan and maybe could use a little polish. And maybe it would be better if we kicked this one down the road 30 days and let the new mayor and the new council approve this. I you know, it's the kind of thing that is, this falls under the category how we get stuff done around here. And
It is.
things are gonna be changed.
Seconding that?
Yeah, I make a motion that we put this on next week's agenda and pick it up.
Kick it down the road. All right. It's tabled.
I'm trying to get you to kick off. I don't tell you. Yeah.
All right, last item on the agenda, new equipment for the streets. Mike would like to buy a box digger, scraper, grinder, whatever it is. What do you call it, Mike?
Box scraper.
Box scraper, $1,200. Has teeth, makes the rocks loose. Box puts them back where they're supposed
So it's
to
a scrapper box.
Well, sorry, it was, should have said scraper.
be. Connie, what's your recommendation as chair of the streets?
I don't know, Mike, you tell him, you explained it better than I did.
What, the box
This scraper
scraper?
box will dig up instead of just
Well, are you
dragging
sold?
it back and
Did
forth.
he sell you on the idea?
Oh, he sold me.
Well, then you should.
Basically what it is, it's a scraper box for the 210 that we have. It has scarifier teeth so we can go in and in our alleyways, instead of just trying to drag rock into the holes, we can ram the teeth in the ground, scarify to the bottom of the hole, so then when you get your rock blended back together, the holes don't just come right back. It can also be used for water line work, any sewer line, any dirt grading you want to do, you could do with this. Plus, you can use it in your alleys to try to get them back up to where they should be.
You guarantee nice alleys.
Don't guarantee anything without adding rock. So that's what it amounts to. It's not a real huge expense.
Connie,
It'll make it a lot better.
I make a motion that Mike has already checked into the price and, with Bliss, wasn't it, Mike?
German.
Yeah, okay, well, I got the wrong one down here then.
German Bliss. It's German Bliss.
Okay, all right. And, you thought it was about $1,180?
right in that area.
Right in that area, $1,200,
Up to $1,200 to buy
up
the
to
box.
$1,200 to buy this curtain box.
Have a second. Don?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
We do have the money, right?
We have the money.
I was gonna say, do
And
you-
Mike said it would, he could work at like a cemetery when the road's out there or that too.
Call the vote on the box
Who
scraper.
seconded it?
Don.
Aye.
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 Anything else to discuss this evening for the city? Don, your turn.
For the
I don't
last,
want to adjourn yet. I moved it.
Mike's got something. Mike wants to
Can I
talk.
have just one quick item?
Yes, yes.
It was brought to my attention that on reading the meters, some of the meters have bushes and stuff in the way where you can't see them.
Yes.
And some of the people are tying their dogs out right where the meters are to be read, and you have to walk through, yes, to get to them. Is there anything that we can do to rectify that situation?
Would a note in the paper work? We put something in the newspaper to alert people. to
Well,
the problem.
I mean, can we contact those people and say, hey, could you please clean this mess up, or could you please trim these bushes? That's basically what I'm asking for.
I think it's something for the chairman of the water department to think about for the next few weeks.
I say we put it in.
That's what I would plant the bush.
yeah, and the ones that she runs across, she could knock on the door and ask them.
We'll put it in the paper, Mike.
She knows which ones.
We'll put it in Mr. Valentine's paper.
Well, I was
I'm
gonna say,
assuming
there's
there's not
not
very
that many
many of them,
places,
though.
but
No,
if we
sure.
could just contact them and just say, hey, you know, because when you tie your dog out there and they do everything right in front of there, you can't even get to the meter without walking through it.
I
So
can
it's-
climb to the bushes, but I'm not walking to poop.
Good to know, I'll change where I take my dog out.
No.
I don't have one. Don?
I was waiting for the story. Mike doesn't interrupt me, I'll do
I got my house beat the other day. You have to read that big yellow zone.
I was like, I didn't know.